Welcome to Grow Your Garden with Sal, your go-to show for growing fresh veggies and thriving greenery. Visit the store at 113 Hilltop Drive in Columbia, where expert advice meets everything you need to grow. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Grow Your Garden with Sal, for even more tips and tutorials. Let's dig in and get your garden growing. Here's Sal.
Hey everybody, welcome in on this beautiful Saturday. I want to say hey to everybody out there and thank you for joining in. I'm here with Joshua.
Good morning, how's it going?
And guess what? This is Joshua Day because he has graduated. I'm so proud of you. This is so awesome.
Yes, graduated.
Not that I was worried.
I was a little bit worried. So was my parents. No, I'm just kidding. So I graduated on Thursday, and so that was fun. Be on to USC next year, so that's
Woo.
Also fun. Ooh, did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah, I don't know what that was like. I always drink Diet Coke before the show, and I always get like, I don't know. Anyways,
I just learned you're not supposed to drink carbonated beverages before.
Well, I'm not
going on air.
Anyways, good morning.
Great sound effects.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
sound effects. Good morning.
We're really, really happy for you graduating. So that's super, super exciting. And you have something else going on in your garden, right?
I do, but first off,
yes,
I want to show, if you're watching the stream, which you're probably not, well, maybe you are.
We got lots of people, especially
right.
Michigan.
But
in the
I'm
house.
just saying, a lot of people are listening on the radio, which is our primary thing. So
Yes.
we have, Sal got me a present, and Sal
Megan and Swan.
and Megan and Swan. I'm not sure if you can see it's a Class of 2025 cup. It's a nice insulated cup, so appreciate that. And yeah, so next week I'll be hosting the show.
Yes, you are. This is going to be the Josh Show next week, and
Yep.
Megan and Swan.
They'll be in here with me. We'll be talking about everything with the Ag and Art Tour, the Richland County Ag and Art Tour.
And the Lexington one's going on this weekend. So, yeah, so it's super exciting. And next weekend is our weekend. I want to thank all the volunteers that came out this week because, I mean, we've been working from like 9 to 9, getting in late. We got the greenhouse completely cleaned up. Teresa is amazing. She went in there and just was like, a bulldozer and just got everything straightened up, cleaned up. Guinea pigs washed. No, we didn't wash any guinea pigs, allegedly. But then we also got the high tunnel halfway done, so we got a lot more planting to do in there. And it's so great. Once you plant and the temperature is right, the stuff grows so quick.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on the farm. Is there anything going on today?
So we have the Moringa trees out there. So if you missed a class, because several people are going out of town for graduations and different stuff, and they missed that class last week, we still have the Moringa tree. We can take you down, let you sample the trees. And one thing that I want to be sure to tell people is that when you think of a tree, you're thinking of like a maple tree or some kind of tree that's going to be there forever. This is a super fast-growing tree. You can plant it now. It can potentially grow 30 foot in one season, but and not big around. It's not going to be like a giant tree. But you want to cut it at 13 foot to make it into a bush. And then over the wintertime, it dies. So it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I've got to find a spot for this enormous tree. No. And it's a lot of fun in the garden. You can even put it in like a big pot. And it's called the Moringa tree, the tree of life. It's got everything on it that you need to survive. So a really great additive addition to the garden.
It doesn't have H&J cattle Wagyu beef.
No, it does not. Yes. Everything for a vegetarian to live, I guess.
Yes. Yes. All right, so there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot going on at the farm. You're open today 11:30 to 3.
Yes.
And that's at 113 Hilltop Drive in Columbia. You're also have a great website that somebody I know maybe helped work on, but I don't know. GrowYourGardenWithSal.com is one of the best places you can get all of your stuff.
Thank you. And you can order online for sure, too. So, yeah, the Moringa trees do not ship very well. We have a lady out in Sumter that ordered some, so we're trying to get them this weekend. I'm going to try to drive them up there to her, which we normally don't drive, like, real far, but, you know, I want her to have her trees, and
for
the
sure.
mail doesn't treat them very well.
Do you, I mean, yeah. you can mail them all over the U.S., right?
We can mail the seeds. I don't suggest mailing the actual plants. They don't like to be in the dark very long. They're a very fast-growing tree. So being in the mail for 3 to 4 days without any sunshine, all the leaves, you're going to get sticks.
Yeah.
They can come back. We have had people all over the country buy seeds, and I'm going to tell you what these seeds, the nighttime temperatures need to be above 70 for them to really pop. And yeah, so it's very, very important and super wet to get them to pop. And if it's not above 70 at night and above 80 during the day or wherever you got them at, it's just not going to work.
Yeah. We'll get into a little bit more of the Moringa tree, I think, here in the next segment. But I want to talk about one of your many products that you actually make and you actually sell, Pasty Butt Chick. It's
yes.
Pasty Butt Chicken Solution. And we talked about the websites. We just redid that website as well, so you can go online. It's pastybuttchick.com and order there. But essentially, if you're getting new chickens, baby chicks, or if you have chickens with the runs, as we will say, that's what it's made for. So tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
It's a South Carolina certified product. It's got probiotics in it, and it helps prevent pretty much the runs and sticky poop on baby chicks. And if you have an adult chicken, it can help their digestion too. So really good project. We have it here at the farm. We finally got it registered. This is an old-timey product. From the old FCX store. This is what they used when they had their hatchery, because when you have a hatchery and you're hatching out thousands of chicks and you're having to clean bottoms all day, it's not a lot of fun.
So it's not just a funny name. It's not the product is not just called Pasty. The actual condition that the chickens have is called Pasty Butt.
Yes.
So tell us about the condition, because I think you have to bring awareness to this condition and how we can fix it.
So most of your chickens that you're getting are mail ordered, so they're coming in the mail, or you're coming and getting them from different farms, and it's not as natural as having the hen sit on them with the heat and the humidity. Now that causes blockages in the digestive systems, and when they poop, the poop sticks to the butt, and then it pretty much shuts them down, and they can't go, and then they die really quickly. It's very, very prevalent. Just about, if you're going to get a chick, if you're going to get 5-6 chicks, 2 or 3 is going to have it. It's just going to happen. So come get this product. It's really cheap.
Yeah.
You can get it at different locations throughout the state. Get it from our website too, and from our store.
If you're already spending all the money on feeders and all the food and everything, it's an investment. You have to invest. It's only, it's like $12 for a little bag or whatever. So, yeah, it's definitely worth the investment if you're getting even 1 or 2 chicks.
Exactly. Yeah, put in that work, make it, do them right, and talk to some of the farmers in the area, Crazy Chick Heritage Farm, Doco Farms. There's several different Panetta farms. Panetta farms, and talk to people and really learn about your chicks when you get them. So, and it's not too late for baby chicks either.
It's the perfect time of year for baby chicks. It's the perfect time of year for a lot of things. It's the perfect time of year
to start a garden.
Yeah. So we're gonna come back here in just a minute, and we'll talk. I want to talk. I'm really interested in the Moringa tree. I am.
Yes.
And
I'm interested in your garden.
Yes, we do need to talk about my garden. Sal came out to my house a couple weeks ago and took care of my garden. And, well, I'm taking care of the garden, but she helped me form my garden.
Yes.
So when we come back, we'll talk about that. You can call in 803-799-8255. We'll be back right after this break.
When it needs to come down, call the pros who get it done right. From porches to pools, houses to sidewalks. If you want it gone, it's gone. Fast, professional, committed to top quality service. We handle residential, commercial, even emergency jobs. Demolition Services LLC, locally owned and ready to work. Call 803-553-8453 and let's clear the way today.
For over 17 years, the Original Landscape Supply in Chapin has provided gardeners with top-quality organic soil, mulch, and sand. Whether you're planting flowers, vegetables, or shrubs, we have what you need to grow strong, beautiful plants. Visit theoriginallandscapesupply.com to give your garden the best.
Hi, I'm Dondi Mercer-Plank. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting, let me introduce you to Grow Your Garden with Sal, your go-to spot for everything you need this season. As a South Carolina certified farm, they offer locally grown vegetable seedlings, plants, and seeds to help your garden thrive. And don't worry if you don't have a green thumb, Sal and her team will teach you how to grow with confidence. Shop online at growyourgardenwithsal.com or stop by 113 Hilltop Drive in Columbia.
If you step
Saturday morning on the point. I'm Josh. Sitting across from me is Sal. You can call in on the Groucho's Deli phone line. Groucho's Deli is amazing, by the way. A little bit biased, but anyways, they're the best. If you want a good deli sandwich, you can call in on the Groucho's Deli phone line 803-799-8255. You can call in and you can, we'll answer your questions live on air. We enjoy answering your questions. That's what we're here for. We're here for you to answer your questions and to talk to you. That's what we're doing this show.
Exactly. We want your garden to be great.
Well, I can tell you what, my garden is great.
Can you tell them what you told me earlier?
What all did we plant? We planted some bell peppers, some sweet stacking peppers, some jalapenos, some pretty much everything. But all the peppers and tomatoes and stuff. And we were outside yesterday, and by the way, I have like 6 mosquito bites for being out there for 15 minutes. But about a big bell pepper, one big bell pepper. No, there's nothing else. Just one big bell pepper. One big I can't. That's a hard thing to say.
Peter pecked a...
Pickled peppers, something like that.
Something like that.
So there's one big bell pepper, and it's probably the size of a tennis ball.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's super
And it didn't
cool.
take too long. And you'll get a ton more.
We probably planted it just, May.
It hadn't been too long ago.
It's like May 11th, maybe. So, yeah.
Yeah, so when that temperature gets really warm, your stuff grows so much quicker. And I've been gardening for years and years and years, and still I'm like planting in the high tunnel late, which people deem as late. But really, this is the only time because we're so busy planting seedlings and teaching classes. So when it starts slowing down, then we get to plant our own garden. And really, it catches up so quick to the stuff you planted earlier. Yeah. It doesn't,
So we talked about when we first did my garden, I don't have a lot of sunlight.
No.
So since we have the growth, and my tomato plant's probably almost 3 feet tall by this point.
That's amazing.
Does that show that it has plenty of sunlight? Or
I would say one thing you want to look for, if you're not getting enough sunlight, the plants will be spindly, like real spindly, which means they'll be thin, like kind of like a pencil, instead of a thicker stem. So is there spindly, or does it look kind of?
I think they look pretty good. I mean,
That's great.
It's probably a quarter inch at the at the bottom. So
That's
it's
good. That's
good.
what you want to see. At the Big Red Barn, we planted, and it was so great to go around and show people the tomato plants, because if you plant them deep, they get a real thick stem to them.
Yeah.
If you plant them just right on the surface, they get really spindly. And that's pretty much only with tomatoes. Don't plant your peppers deep. Yeah.
Well, if you're not familiar, oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just, it's busy. But anyways, next weekend is the Ag and Art Tour here in Richland County. It's June 7th and 8th, and it'll be featured at Sal's Farm, GrowYourGardenWithSal.com, and 113 Hilltop Drive in Columbia. There is a lot of things going on with the Ag and Art Tour, and we hope to have some farms.
Of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of things going on. What are you featuring at your farm? I know we have your famous boiled peanuts.
Yeah, the boiled peanuts are amazing. I got that recipe from Mr. George, who also worked at FCX back in the day. So these are they're just amazing. What makes our peanuts super special is, of course, what we put in there. We put bell peppers and onions, and get that sauce really, or the
juice,
the juice really, really good. But also they're fresh. That makes a huge difference. A lot of times when people stop at gas stations and they just grab the can, that's not fresh
terrible.
peanuts.
They're
They're terrible. So yeah, come out, get some bull peanuts. Even if you're Yankee, you're gonna love them. I mean, it's amazing.
Where do you source yours from?
We get them down at Sim Brothers. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a place off of Broad River, kind of close to where the original landscape supply is. It's kind of off of Broad River in the Ballantine area, but it's called the Peanut Boat.
Ooh.
And they get all their peanuts from Florida. They do a lot.
They do a lot.
They work every weekend. It's a big trailer that looks like a boat. They have some really, really good peanuts, and I think they have one type they source from Florida, and they have the jumbo or whichever one of them they source from here. They have at their own farm, but.
And that's what's great, and that's why we don't start the peanuts till about now, because you want them local, fresher the peanuts, because once they're harvested, they're in the bag. You want to cook them within a couple days.
Well, they only do it. They only do it during like football season. Like they do it from now until football season.
Because
until
it's
the end
the
of football
best.
Season.
It's the best, and if it's out of season. And plus you have to have peanuts in football, right?
Right. It's amazing.
But yeah, once they're dried, like the roasted peanuts, and then you trying to re-boil them and all, and I guess that's called reconstitute. That's not good. But the ones, we have fresh boiled peanuts. It's amazing. If you hated it one time, come out, get a free sample.
Yeah.
We also have some music going on. We've got feed the guinea pigs, feed the goats, pet the mules.
Petting zoo there.
Yeah.
I know it's the Ag and Art Tour. Do you have any artisans coming to your farm?
Yes, we sure do have a lot of artisans.
Okay.
And we have an ice cream truck for sure.
Oh, there's an ice cream truck. That's great.
There is.
I was so I won't be in town, unfortunately. I'm going out of town after I do the show on Saturday, so that will not be fun. But I'll definitely see a lot of pictures for sure. I'm excited because it's not just agriculture. It's not just gardening. It's everything as far as agricultural, and it has artisans, live music. It's like a bunch of big festivals.
It is a lot of fun.
All around the county. And I will say this. We've talked to a lot of farms, and this is not a diss to any other farm, but you definitely have the biggest definitely have one of the biggest events on that Saturday morning.
Yeah, we do, and what's great is that we all have our little niche, and we all work together.
Right.
So that's really great.
Yeah,
and,
it's a great
yeah.
thing. And you can see all of them. It's agandarttour.com/Richland.
And I'm looking through. In a second, I'm going to scroll to my vendors. But as I'm scrolling down, I am so sorry, y'all. My memory is not that great.
Fine.
But yeah, so we've got a lot of artisans. Here we are. Hang on one second.
You're good. So I will I'll say good morning to our folks on YouTube and Facebook. Miss Swan and Miss Megan, they're there. They say
Swan.
good morning and congratulations. I appreciate that.
Swan's from Denny's, so I guess Denny's tuning in. Woohoo!
Tuning in from Denny's.
From Denny's.
All right. So Eugene Gunter, they say good morning. Do you have any bell peppers left?
Yes, we sure do. Hope you. If you're talking about the plants, we do have.
About the plants.
Yeah. We've got some bell peppers.
Plants. Perfect.
Yep.
And then Ian says, "Give raccoon, please."
Do what?
I promise you, it says, "Give raccoon, please."
Give raccoon. We're not going to be cooking any raccoons during the art.
Yeah, no raccoons.
No raccoons.
I will say my aunt that lives down in Georgia, no joke, found a raccoon in her attic yesterday.
Did she cook it?
No, she lives in the suburbs of Atlanta. I hope she did not cook it. No, they were. Yeah, so she literally they found they heard something up in their ceiling, and they called somebody, and a guy came and got it. They trapped it and is taking him to South Carolina this morning.
Oh, wow.
So hopefully it doesn't show up in my house.
No, for sure. And I will tell you a funny thing about the squirrels. The squirrels have kind of integrated with the guinea pigs, and they're like, I did not know how they were getting in the guinea pig cages because the cages are hard to open. I mean, I have to use both hands. And these baby squirrels were in the cage, and I was like, well, maybe I left it open. I'm not sure. Or I wasn't paying attention. They went in there. Anyway, we're all sitting around discussing what we're going to do at the Art and Ag Tour as far as who's doing what. Ag and Art, sorry. And I hear this bump, bump, bump. Look over there. Baby squirrel is opening the cage to go in there. So me and Sherry take off and to scare the baby squirrel away. And I guess the squirrel got spooked, and it ran into the side of a fence, just a little bit, made a little bump. Well, the squirrel got mad, and I guess it blamed Sherry for it. So
Wow.
we went back down to sit down and talk some more, and the squirrel came out and did its little fist like this. Like, I know you're not on, if you're listening on the radio, it did
just,
like this
put up
little,
its fist, yeah.
put up this fist, and then locked onto Sherry and just took off. It was so funny. We jumped and ran and screamed. It was hilarious.
Yeah, no rabid squirrels at the farm.
No.
Everything's contained.
Yes. Oh, we got water guns now for the squirrels. We're shooting them with water guns.
So we have another comment says, how many guinea pigs do you have?
Well, we sold, this week, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We sold 14 baby guinea pigs. So we got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
We got a lot.
17, 18, 19, 20, probably about 24 guinea pigs.
At one point, we had a lot. We had a lot more than that.
But they're doing a good job mowing the lawn. Their poop is, just like rabbit poop, super, super valuable for, gardening. So yeah, they're a lot of fun, and they're so cute. Oh my gosh, they are. And when people are waiting in line at my store, we have little slices of apples and stuff, and they can just bend over and feed the guinea pigs as they're walking in. So it's so entertaining.
Yeah. All right, that's great, and we appreciate that comment as well. So next, we're gonna talk about the moringa tree.
Yeah.
So we've talked about it before. We've had it as the plant of the week, but I've never really heard of it before you started talking about it. Give me like in 1 minute, because we only have about a minute left. What all does it give you? Because I can't. Do you eat the leaves?
It's like a multivitamin. Yeah. So
do you eat the leaves?
You can eat the leaves. You can eat all parts of it. But the leaves are the best part to eat. It's real tender. And we've got people that just come down to the farm and cut some and take it home and eat it, or eat it there. It's kind of like a multivitamin. And in a lot of third world countries where they're not getting the vitamin A, if the kids don't get the vitamin A, and the mothers, when they're pregnant, don't get vitamin A, then the babies end up with vision issues and can go blind. So it's kind of the miracle tree. Some of my friends from Kenya said that tree in Kenya, they said that it's the tree that Adam took the apple off of, and so and this is a legend. But that's why it's got everything you need to live on it, all your amino acids, all your vitamins, but it doesn't fruit. It doesn't have any fruit. So, that's kind of a cool story. And it does have a seed pod, but it's hard here in South Carolina to have a seed pod. But the seed pod actually purifies water, too, in the third world countries. So it's really, really great. And if you can get it here in Florida, they do get a seed pod. And I've gotten seed pods before, but,
Yeah.
Yep. So thank y'all, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right, be right back.
Discover Ascension Lutheran Church, a hidden gem in Columbia where history, beauty, and faith come together. Admire the stunning Gothic architecture and breathtaking stained glass windows, including a rare Tiffany masterpiece above the altar. Experience a traditional Lutheran service with a vibrant twist, led by the passionate and inspiring Reverend Pastor Jackie Utley. Join us at 827 Wildwood Ave in Columbia. Come see, worship, and be inspired.
Hey everybody, welcome back in. We've been talking about the Ag and Art Tour, and we also got some meat from H&J Cattle Company to put on the hot dogs that we'll be doing at the Ag and Art Tour. So thank you, H&J Cattle. If you want some premium beef, come on in to the store and get it, or order online. Really good stuff out of Saluda, South Carolina certified. So it makes a big difference.
When Sal pays me for some of the stuff I do for her, she pays me in beef.
I do. I'll be bringing him some steaks for working on our website and our church bulletin. Brochure. Yeah. So we've been arguing over green or red for the brochure earlier.
We'll figure it out. We will surely figure it out. All right, so we will go over to our phone lines, and we'll talk to Miss Maryanne from One Hubcap Farm, and we say good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great, thanks. How about y'all?
I'm doing great, and I'm sure Sal is as well, because she's wearing her tomato dress and all of her plants. So
I should have worn my flower dress for you, though. Man, I missed the opportunity. So how's your farm doing? Those flowers looking good with all this rain?
Oh, yes, they're doing great. They are happy with the rain, and I also planted some sunflowers for a potential sunflower field on Monday or Tuesday, and they have come up nicely in the rain, so everybody's happy around here.
That is great. So, Maryanne with One Hubcap is just one of the stops on the Richland County Ag and Art Tour next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So, can you tell us what you're going? If they come out to your farm, what are they going to see?
Well, they're going to see a lot of flowers, and they're going to get to pick flowers. They're going to get. We also have bouquets if people just want to grab a bouquet and keep going. We're going to have artisans. We're going to have some painters. We're going to have people that make different crafts, and somebody that crochets. My daughter's going to have some soap. So lots of artisans, and we're going to do a tour of what the process is that I do to grow plants, because I don't have a greenhouse or anything like that. So give you kind of a behind-the-scenes tour of how I grow plants without a greenhouse.
That's going to be great. And a lot of people are graduating right now, so if they were dressed up, this would be a nice spot to come take some pictures at, too, right? Against the flowers and all?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar, and we've had Miss Maryanne on before, but onehubcapfarm.com, and she has a lot of information on there. But typically, you have you pick your own farm. You pick your own flowers, and you pay for it at the at like the little terminal with the cash and the credit card machine and everything. And it's all by yourself. You don't have to have anybody there. You don't really have to talk to anybody.
Good for introverts. Just come in
good
and
for
cut.
introverts.
Right.
But it's a you pick your flowers on your own, and you pick what you want. You don't have to pick up your own, or you don't have to have other people tell you what they want you to get. You get to pick it for yourself, and you can also order bouquets that are pre-made. Correct?
That's correct. I have those ready to kind of grab and go if you just want to stop by and grab a bouquet, and we have that every Friday and Saturday from 9 to 6. So it's available, all the time within the season.
Right. So that's right off of Blythewood Road. It's kind of off of Muller Road in Blythewood, but if you're near Blythewood, it's right in there, right near the Grouchos.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
So
yes.
I'm not sure if you're. So we always talk about Grouchos on the show, Maryanne, because my dad owns the one up in Blythewood, so that's why we always talk about it. But
okay.
Yeah. So I always just see the Grouchos on the map whenever I'm looking, and then
and his face lights up. It's like, woo!
Yeah. No, I love it, but I'm gonna have to come up there one Saturday and come see all the flowers, because I'll take my mom and she can go pick out a bouquet for herself.
That would be really nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
What are your hours on Saturday and Sunday for the ag tour?
For the ag tour, it is 9 to 4 on Saturday and 12 to 4 on Sunday.
Cool beans. Well, we really appreciate you. Y'all, please come out to Maryanne Farm. It's maybe about 15 minutes from my farm. And then you got Doco Farms. You've got a great group of people right there. Crooked Cedar, Fable Farms. Who am I missing up there?
Oh,
Purple Tutor.
Yeah.
Purple Tutor, Purple Mushrooms right down from me too, which is really cool because she's got an urban farm like in the heart of North Columbia. So that's really great. So please zip out and just come out and see all these farms, because we work really hard. Because Maryanne, is your back hurting as bad as mine?
I definitely have my moments. I go to the chiropractor to help.
Exactly. I mean, it's been from like 9 in the morning to 9 at night, hard work getting our farms ready. It's so much stuff to do. And also, I've got volunteer hours. Do you do any volunteers during the week?
No, I really don't have that going on.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I'm glad that you can do it all by yourself. Do you do it by yourself, or do you have family or friends that come and help you?
I have a couple of teenage guys that help me out some with like the heavy lifting.
Fair.
Can I borrow them?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be willing to go.
I know. Get some muscle in there. Well, Maryanne, thank you so much. You've got a really special, unique farm, and just thank you for sharing that with the community.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on the show.
We really appreciate you.
Take care.
You too. Thank you,
hon.
Thanks.
Yeah, so if you can see all the stops on the Ag and Art Tour at agandarttour.com/Richland, and there's all the stops there. You can browse everything and go to the website, see the hours and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like I said, the Lexington one's going on, and I want to give a quick shout out to Seven Oaks because they sent a lot of people to me, and this is why I tell you that we don't all have to be in competition because we all work together, and I sent a lot of people to Seven Oaks, and Seven Oaks is on the Ag Tour today, so definitely go check them out. They say I have all the strange stuff, and I say they got the cool stuff, so check out Seven Oaks Farm.
We're going to go to their website, and we're going to see if there's any special farms on there.
Yeah.
Let's see. agandarttour.com/Richland. That's just today. It's not tomorrow. It's just today.
For Lexington?
Yes, just for Lexington.
I did not know
just
that.
today.
Just one day.
Yes, just one day. So let's see what they have.
I see a donkey.
I do see a donkey. It's Fire Barrel Farm.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Swansea. There's a distillery, Hollow Creek, Lexington County Museum, Loveland Coffee. There's not as many as Richland County.
No, there's a lot in Richland County for sure. A lot of people. I don't know. I haven't been county to county to see who's got the most, but I would bet Richland County might have been. So, get your good breakfast Saturday morning. Come out. Get ready to go to a lot of farms real quick in Richland County.
And then go to Groucho's for dinner.
Exactly. Oh, my gosh. So, support. And the ag means agritourism.
Not agriculture.
Or agriculture, kind of, but agritourism, because we want to open up our farms so we can actually teach you where your food comes from, where your products come from, where your meat comes from. And no, I'm not selling my boy guinea pigs to restaurants. No.
But also the other point of agritourism is to be able to teach you how to grow your own food, not just to show you where your food comes from. We want you to be able to see how it works. And then teach you everything you need to be able to grow it, which happens to be good soil. That's the base of every good garden.
Good soil is like the most important thing. And if you get bad soil, you're just wasting time because you're going to see that it's bad and then you'll have to dig it up. And
soil is not just filler. It's not.
No.
And a lot of people will say, my friend has a big pile of dirt in his backyard. Nah, I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, use it for your driveway. With all this rain, our driveway's gone. We'll be putting, topsoils for that, but not for the actual garden.
It feels like it's rained every day this month.
It has poured and poured and poured.
I want to see how many inches of rain we've had this month, but that's besides the point. And
besides the point, on the point.
That's right. Well, we have a good week, it looks like. I'll look at the weather here. Right now it's 64 in Columbia. 81 is a high, and low is 57. We got a high today. I already said the high. Man, I'm not a good weatherman. This week it has no rain except for Friday. Friday's the only day this week that has rain.
Good. Please don't rain on our ag tour, please.
I have bad news for you.
Oh no, is it gonna rain next week on our ag tour? No. Uh-oh.
There's a 40% chance of rain.
40% chance.
But it looks like there will be no rain from noon to 5 p.m.
And I'm not too concerned a week in advance because they get that stuff wrong.
Yeah. Well, our weatherman here on the point doesn't get anything wrong. Cal Moss. Have you ever met Cal?
I have not met Cal. I've heard him, though.
Yeah.
I've heard him. Yeah. So, definitely tune into all the shows on the point because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. We have a lot going on. If you are interested, there's a Right on SC after this with Rex Hurst.
Mm-hmm.
Usually Casey Whitener, but I'll be standing by to help Rex out. And then it's Stacy Huff with Huff Nation Sports Zone. And then it is Tazima with Small Business Saturday. All here on the point.
A lot of fun.
If you are listening on the YouTube, it will not be on YouTube, but it will be makethepointradio.com or 100.7 FM, 1470 AM here in Columbia. So we will go over to our phone lines where we have a caller that has just called in. Caller, I know you just called in. You probably didn't hear most of what I just said, but we will say good morning. And how are you doing this morning?
Hi, I'm doing good. This is Amanda from Doco Farm.
Hey, Amanda.
Good to hear from you.
One of our favorites.
Hey.
Well, we were just talking about your farm. We were talking about everything that's going to be happening. So why don't you, from the person themselves, why don't you tell us what you have at your farm, where your farm is, tell us about what's going on next Saturday.
Absolutely. Our address here at Doco Farm is Blythewood, but we're actually located equidistantly between Blythewood and Columbia. So we're an easy drive from wherever you're coming from. For Ag and Art Tour weekend, we have a lot of great things planned. I am so excited. Of course, we are going to be doing our locally famous chicken races. Have to do those.
That's going to be so much fun.
So excited for those. We've already washed the chicken jerseys. They're hanging up and drying on the porch. Couldn't put them out because it's been raining nonstop, but the weather looks good for tour weekend. So we're really excited about that. Joe's doing a farmer-led tour, and there's also a self-guided tour that we'll have set up that people can take if they don't hit that tour time exactly right.
Ooh.
Saturday, there's a yoga class scheduled so you can soak in the peacefulness of the farm and exhale and just take a minute. And then we do it all again on Sunday. We have 3 visiting farms plus Doco Farm here this year, so you'll be able to find pasture-raised heritage meats, organic veggies. We'll have a big plant sale to get all of your gardens started.
Well, let me hold you right there because we're gonna go to our break here in just a second. We're gonna hold you over and bring you back after the break here in just a moment. But I was gonna say I looked at your website. It's docofarm.org, and you got some really cool stuff there. So we'll talk to you right after this break. We'll get your hours and we'll talk a little bit more about your farm. Stick around right here on The Point.
You're getting baby chicks this season? Then listen up. There's a common problem called pasty butt. It happens when waste sticks to their bottom and blocks things up. It might seem small, but if left untreated, it can be deadly. That's why we created Pasty Butt Chick Solution, a South Carolina certified supplement with probiotics added to their feed to help keep your chicks healthy and growing strong. Just sprinkle 1 tablespoon per 6 chicks once a day. Order online at pastybuttchick.com or stop by 113 Hilltop Drive in Columbia.
When it needs to come down, call the pros who get it done right. From porches to pools, houses to sidewalks. If you want it gone, it's gone. Fast, professional, committed to top quality service. We handle residential, commercial, even emergency jobs. Demolition Services LLC, locally owned and ready to work. Call 803-553-8453 and let's clear the way today.
Tradition and quality. That's what you get with H&J Cattle Company, where local third-generation farmers ensure you receive the finest beef in South Carolina. Our registered Hereford and Wagyu cattle are raised with sustainable practices without growth hormones, antibiotics, or animal byproducts. Taste the difference with the highest quality beef guaranteed. Order now at HandJCattle.com or on Instagram and Facebook at H&J Cattle. Again, HandJCattle.com, where ethics meets quality.
Back with the last segment on Grow Your Garden with Sal. I'm Josh. Sitting across from me is the one, the only Sal. With
Thank
Grow Your
God.
Garden with Sal. Yes.
Thank God it's only one.
I'll be by myself next weekend with, I won't be by myself. I'll have Megan and Swan, a couple of our guests that come on the show frequently. So we'll have them on, talk everything about the Ag and Art Tour. We'll go in depth with all the different farms. So right now we have Amanda. She's with Doco Farm, and she is on our phone lines, the Groucho's Deli phone lines, that is, 803-799-8255, and we're going to go back to her and continue with what you were saying, Amanda. I was looking on your website, and you had a lot of cool stuff. So if you want to continue with what you're saying, I apologize for cutting in.
That's all right. You got to do what you got to do. Our website is docofarm.org. It's DOKOFARM.org. One farm's enough. There's no S on the end of that.
And I love your logo with the hand. It's so pretty.
Thank you. We raise heritage turkeys, so it seemed fitting, and it was actually at the time, our toddler, who is now almost 16.
That's crazy.
Phoebe, a high school culinary student, and she'll be one of our artisans at the Ag and Art Tour. She's baking for us on next Saturday and Sunday. We also have bath and body products, jewelry. We have a fiber artist, watercolorist. Our Pam, who's leading the yoga class, also has just a wide variety of art that she brings, from pottery to candles to towels with witty sayings on them. We have quite a few of her items in our home ourselves.
It's a good time to get some Christmas presents, too. Like, come to the farm and get some of that and hide them in the closets. And Father's Day, too, coming up, too.
I would say that's a little early for Christmas presents, but that's just my opinion. I'm not sure about you, Amanda.
You spread it. I think it's a great time.
Bought gifts at Ag and Art Tour last year, and I do have a spot in a closet where I stashed them. And then when my sister's birthday or a holiday rolls around, I already have like a stash of things that I can pull out and give to people. I love doing that. The other thing that we have going on during Ag and Art Tour is a community seed swap. So people are welcome to bring labeled seeds to swap with their neighbors. We'll have a man station where you can ask questions, you can leave some seeds, you can take some seeds with you. Even if you don't have seeds to swap, we're going to have someone there doing a seed cleaning demonstration, and it's going to be just a really great time.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. I know Michael Frank's got all kind of crazy rare seeds, so maybe he's going to pop in, you think?
That is actually who's manning our
okay. I kind of thought so.
Yeah, so we're bringing in the professionals.
He does. He always has something so cool and new to learn about. I've learned so much from him and from you. I mean, y'all are just amazing. We all work together. It's just a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. I do love our small farm community, and the Richland County Ag and Art Tour is just a great celebration of all that it is and all that it's growing into and is still becoming. So it's a great event.
It is. So y'all, please, this is like one of the biggest events. So they, for years, they've said this is the biggest agricultural event in the nation for as the amount of people that's involved, correct? Are we? It
is the largest free farm and art tour in the nation.
Yeah. So that's huge, y'all.
I mean, it's free. We've been part of multi-farm tours before, but you had to pay a fee to go visit the farm. This tour here, you can go to agandarttour.com, check out the suggested tour routes, and pick your favorite farms to visit, your tour stops to visit. You can start and stop anywhere on the tour. And it's 2 days, so you can take one section of Richland County one day and hit a totally different part of the county and see completely different things the next day.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And it's not a bad drive at all. I mean, really, sometimes people are like, well, I live way out in Lexington, or I live here. It's, man, all these farms are within like 15 minutes of West Columbia, Lexington, so not a long trip at all.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate your call.
You broke up. What'd you say? I'm sorry, honey.
Oh, I was saying, plus it's such a gorgeous drive to come out. It's nice to get out of town once in a while.
Even if Blythewood is filled with construction and traffic, it is still nice to go through the nice, beautiful drives down, 321 and all the different. I mean, it's really nice. You can pass by all these farms and animals, and I still like driving up there instead of going up 77. Still take Fairfield Road sometimes instead of going up 77 to go up to Blythewood.
Yeah, you can also come up 215. You can come up Monticello and bypass all of that as well.
Yeah, and that's a pretty drive.
That is a really nice drive. That's my favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
All right, well, thank you so much for calling in. Maybe, if you're not too busy, maybe you can give us a quick call next weekend, but we'll see if we can take care of that if you're not too busy. I don't want to keep you up.
I will be running around getting things set up and greeting artisans, but if y'all send me a text reminder, I will do my best.
Well, we're not going to hold you on to it. We'll
because we know it's very, very
we know
hectic.
It's very busy, and so we're not going to hold you to it. I know you're going to be super busy, but one last question, because we have a question coming in from our YouTube channel. What is Doco? What does Doco stand for?
Doco is the original name of the town of Blythewood. So when Joe and I were coming back to reinvigorate the family farm, restart the family farm, we were looking for a name that had a sense of place and history, and so we chose the name Doco. We made it super popular, and the town of Blythewood is using it now on everything, but that's okay. We're just trying to help it. We do when we were researching the name, we found there were a lot of different meanings, but the one that really resonated most with us was gathering place.
Oh.
So, it's a Native American word that potentially that means gathering place. There were a few different things that we found. So, but that's the one that resonated with us. So that's the one so come gather at Doco Farm.
Yes.
And we'll see you all on June 7th and 8th.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you, and we'll maybe do a wrap-up after the farm thing on the weekend after.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Take care, and have a great tour, Sal.
Yeah,
Thank you, hon.
Thank
you too.
We're almost done with the show, and that's that's
are.
not a great thing, but it's an okay thing because we'll be back next weekend. You won't be, but
I won't be.
But I will be. And
the first time missing a Saturday.
Yes, I missed a couple months ago.
You did.
And
it happens.
Well, I didn't miss it. I took the weekend off. I had something to do, but you're just irresponsibly not going to show up. That's what
I'm totally not. No, I'm a little worried about leaving the farm when we got all the vendors coming in and
no, for sure.
Parking and I thank you to all the volunteers that are coming out. Man, if I start naming names, I'm going to be bad because I'm going to miss some, but every single person is so valuable. We got Linda and Michelle in charge of the food. We've got Pat that's going to do parking and Sherry parking. So it's just going to be a fun time. Several volunteers from Palmetto Citizens is coming out. Michelle and Swan. And you, because you're going to be hosting the show.
I'll be hosting the show. I'll advertise it. Megan will be there as well. Not
Megan and
not
Swan.
Michelle. Is Michelle?
Michelle too.
Okay.
Michelle's somebody too. So we've got tons of people. So we really, really thank you so much for all the participation. Everybody really brought it on Wednesday, and we worked our tails off. We really did. It was fun.
While you're there, you can also pick up the H&J cattle that you have a big freezer in your shop. Are you going to be selling gardening stuff while you're during the thing?
So we'll have garden plants. We'll have the Moringa tree. We've got H&J cattle, meat. We've got eggs. We've got Laura Lee's canned goods. We've got honey, seeds, lots and lots of seeds. So it's a ton. We have some trees too. We'll have blackberries, elderberries. A couple maple trees, some hydrangea, limelight hydrangeas, all in a really good price.
We're almost done and with the show, but I will say you may not hear us talking a lot about sales and stuff with like specific sales at Sal's Farm, but that's because everything is already competitively priced. The lowest price for our soil, the Sungrow. Lowest price for all the plants.
Yeah.
The Bonnie's plants are pretty much always technically on sale for us.
Yeah, $1 off. Yeah. Just about all the Bonnie plants. Yeah. So, come down. We've got some beautiful tomato plants still. So if you hadn't planted your tomato plants, you still got time. Bell pepper, you got time. Okra, now's time to get the okra in. We've got a few sweet potato plants left. So. Yeah, please come out and have some fun. And if you want some Irish potatoes, we got those on a super sale today. So
super sale.
A super sale. Please take them, because if not, I'm going to have to plant tons and tons of potatoes. And I've already planted tons and tons of potatoes. So.
All right, well, come out to the farm. It's 113 Hilltop Drive. You can come out today, tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
You can just look at the website, but it's what your hours. It's Tuesday,
Friday, Saturday. We have volunteer days on Wednesday. Thursday, we're at the Big Red Barn Veteran Retreat, helping out at their garden. So it's always, and the days we're not there open to the public, we're always working. There's weeding to be done.
All right. Well, we're done. We're done. The music's going to start now. Yeah, you see that?
Come on down.
Come on down. I'll see you next week. We'll miss you, Sal, but we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in to Grow Your Garden with Sal.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the